Well, thank you, Yaka. What a delight to be here. I'm going to reveal the secret to long life, so please pay attention. Really, and thank you, Peter, for such a great introduction. I'm an admirer of yours, so it's a big deal for me to be introduced by you. Thank you for those kind words. You've been an inspiration my whole career. You don't know that, but I wanted to let you know that. Because you're brave, you're a brave scientist and philosopher. And there are not that many brave people in this world. I think this room may have the greatest collection of brave people that I've ever been in. And courage is really what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about what it's like being a scientist, as I've witnessed what happens when you try to do something that is unusual. So the reason I'm here today, really it's because of my grandmother. And if you've read my book, Lifespan, you'll know that she's been a huge inspiration to me. She raised me in large part because my mother was working. And she lived through the aftermath of World War II in Budapest and then escaped in 1956 as the Russians threatened my entire family's life, at least those of us who were still left, who had survived World War II. Many of my family did not. And so she came to Australia, she fled to Australia, which she said was the furthest place she could find from Europe, because she never wanted to go back to Europe, and she never did. But she raised me and she said, David, I've seen the worst of humanity. I have seen how cruel humans can be to one another. But humans are capable of great things, of great technology, of great compassion, and great wealth if we share it. And as a 4-year-old, that kind of hits home. Like, wow, what are you talking about? And I really do remember being 4 years old, being inspired by my grandmother. And I'm here today because of her. I'm trying to live up to that expectation, to make humanity be the best that we can and not the worst that we're capable of. And history is filled far too much with the worst of humanity, not the best of humanity. And this room represents that light that I'm reminded of still exists among us. So thank you all for reminding me that it is still possible to aim for humanity's best. So I'm one of the few scientists here, and although my life has not been threatened, I can speak to what it's like when you stand up for a cause that you believe in. And so the cause that I believe in is that we can live much healthier than we currently do, and that we become sick and frail far too early, and even our children are getting older faster and faster and faster because of how we raise them. We raise them typically, in America at least, with less exercise, with more sugar, with more food, with more obesity, and we now know that aging starts before birth. Right? Your children are aging faster than ever before. We see this in young girls, and it's a tragedy, and they will go on to develop diseases earlier because of this. So what I've been doing with my wonderful life and business partner, Serena Poon, who I would love her to join me on stage, but she's there holding the camera. But she's the wonderful woman who's been by my side this whole time. Not just today, but for many years, she's been traveling the world with me, speaking alongside me, beside me, behind me, and inspiring me to make this world a better place and to educate people about how to raise kids and live a much healthier life. And President Clinton, you're a great example of how that can be done. Literally at any age, you can improve your health. And I think I speak on behalf of all of us. We're so thankful that you're healthy, and we hope going to live many decades longer. And thank you for being here. Secretary Clinton as well. And so just in closing, I just wanted want to say something that I was reminded of today, and that is that, I don't think about this much, but I've been attacked quite a lot in my career. And I don't often quote Nicki Minaj, but I'm going to. She said that if you don't have enemies, you're probably not doing something important. And I live by that. And I tell my students at Harvard Medical School, don't be afraid and don't be upset if people challenge you. That's what we're here for. That's why we're scientists. And when pharmaceutical companies came up and challenged my science, I knew I was doing something right. When my colleagues were tweeting horrible things about my lab and myself and my family, I knew I was doing something right. And when the media, more recently, started writing negative things about me, I knew I was doing something right. And it's all personal. But I don't take it personally because of my grandmother, who taught me that all of this is far bigger than me. It's bigger than my life. It's bigger than the time we live in. What we're really doing with all the work that we do here, including the research that I do, is to leave the world better than how we found it. And thank you for recognizing all the hard work of the people that I've trained over the years. There are literally hundreds of people that have done the hard work. And I feel great honor and real humility being able to accept this award on their behalf. Thank you very much.